cultures, viral voice, algorithm, content, step, travel, innovation, brand, tech.
What the Forge? Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the WTF podcast. I'm Tomisin.
I'm Adekemi.
And today's episode is something on trend, super interesting, so you better pay attention.
Yeah.
But before I get into that, Kemi, I love this outfit too.
Oh, thank you.
Given very dark and colorful, swap over of energies.
Serious swap over.
Serious swap over.
Yeah, I love it. Earth and soul.
Earth and soul.
Yeah.
Earth and
I just
soul.
wanted to look cute, but not too serious today. So just throw on a couple accessories. And I was like, let me look chill. Let me look like
Okay.
it's giving rich bitch.
Is it? I love that. I need me one of these. I actually need it. Earth and soul.
I feel like
need
you
it.
should.
Okay.
You should get
I
some
will.
pieces.
I definitely will. Trust me. Next episode, watch out. But anyway, today's episode is super interesting. We're going to be talking about this new thing I've heard about, GEO.
Yeah.
What do you know about GEO?
Basically, I would say it's searching with AI.
Okay.
So, you know how there's SEO, search engine optimization, but now GEO, what's it called again? Generative engine optimization. So it's just how brands are being portrayed using AI because the user search experience has changed.
Absolutely. So it's basically like the new times SEO, right? And the other time we're looking for an SEO manager. Now I guess we should be looking for a GEO manager.
Well, still SEO, but also somebody who is paying attention, has their ear to the ground, and they know that, you know what, things are changing. So this is an additional thing I need to add to my skill set.
Absolutely. And I like what you said before. Search behavior has changed.
It really has.
People are no longer going the traditional route. You know how it was, when we first got on the internet. You go on Google, you type in, I'm looking for the nearest spa in Lagos, and it drops links, and you pick the first link, and that's it. I think if I ever went to the second or third or fourth page, it was purely out of desperation.
See, the only time I actually ever got to second or third pages were, I think, uni days when I was doing research for some dissertation or something.
Dissertation.
But other than that, and if I'm finding myself going to like the second or third page, I kind of like shut down and I go and look for a book. So I'm not actually going to go that far down when I'm looking for information online.
Absolutely.
So it's that first page. And not even just that first page, it's that first
link. Well, I guess before everyone was fighting to be that first link, today, how you even search for things is completely different. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I use TikTok to search for everything.
Thank you.
Everything. I literally don't look anywhere else at this point. I hardly go to Google, because even if I do go to Google, it's still going to give me an AI response as the first response, right? Which is what I usually look at. I don't even look at the links anymore.
Yeah.
So what did that tell you about how we're searching today?
Well, even with, like, just to jump on what you said about going to TikTok, I think with Instagram, for instance, because I'm constantly on Instagram, and you know that thing where maybe you've seen a video, but before you kind of grasp what the video is about, but you want to search for it again, and you maybe had the app just automatically refreshed. So that video is gone.
It's gone. You've lost it.
So I just go on TikTok and I type in what I can remember, and then it comes up. So it's things like that even with your brand and what it is that you are doing, in how you're portraying yourself online. You need to have very precise keywords, but not just keywords. Make sure that the content associated with it is actually what's the word?
It actually given me a concept I'm thinking of from that it's not just about, we used to go and look for information online, but that's not the case anymore. Now the answer comes to you. So it's not even about finding you having the right keywords. It's you being able to answer that question.
Exactly.
Like, are you answering the question? Is your brand answering the question? What questions are your brand even answering? What questions is your TA asking for your brand to answer? I think that's the way people should be thinking today, for sure.
It really is. It's interesting. It's actually a very interesting thing. I remember I think during one of our hiring phases, I was looking for a specific role. I don't know. I didn't necessarily know how to explain it, so I just went to GPT. Listen, looking on somewhere like LinkedIn, you also don't really know what sort of person you're going to get, and all that. So what I ended up doing was I went to GPT and I typed in, I explained what it was I was looking for, and it came up. It gave me maybe about 5 or 6 LinkedIn profiles. And it also gave me the precise word I was looking for to describe what I was searching. And I just went straight to their LinkedIn page. All the information is there. I also did an experiment where I typed in on GPT as well. Just let's say I gave myself a scenario. So I put in GPT. I need an account for my 13-year-old son.
Okay.
I need them to have access to it, but I can still clock what it is that they're doing. And guess what came up? Alert Explore.
Oh, I mean, obviously.
And I was like, okay, that's mad.
Yeah, that's so good. Shout out to Alert.
You get, so they're answering a question, it's that type of relationship, that type of user experience that customers are looking for when it comes to your research or the research that they're carrying out. Really, it's just, I want answers. Again, I think we said it in our last episode, that we want everything now. So that is essentially what GEO is about. It's about filtering out all those long hours of research that we used to do, and getting us to the primary answers that we're looking for, and just listing everything out there. And then you get content, or you get your research material from the different links that have been provided. Now, if you are good at or not if you're good, but if you are keen into that user journey evolving, what you need to do is also sort of audit your brand and make sure that your brand comes up in the right conversations on AI. That's essentially, in summary, that is what we're talking about with GEO.
And thinking about it from a more technical point of view, as a marketer, you are taking into account certain things that your social media team or your brand team is giving you data on, and that's usually around clicks and how many people are going to your website. But I think as time has moved on in today's world, those things are less important because less people are going to be going to your website. That's a fact. You should now be caring more about the AI being able to pick up your own information. And you know what thing about AI? AI picks up credible information. So you have to also ensure that the information you're putting out there and how you're putting it out there as well is making sense. You have to think about these things. With GEO searches, aside from prioritizing that credibility, it's also prioritizing things like consistency and the depth of the work that you're actually doing. So while as a marketer, yes, you want to go viral, you want people to click, you want all of those things. Those things are becoming less important. It's really about the truth in your work now. It's about that creativity. Recently, we've been seeing this conversation about the lack of creativity with our Nigerian fashion designers and all of that, and where that information is coming from. You as a brand as well need to consider your own personal brand IP and what you guys own as well. How deep are you going into it? What makes you the thought leader or the reason for or the answer to the question, right? So that's something that I think that a lot of brands need to constantly think about, and how your information is out there. Where is your information? AI pulls information from credible sources. What sources is your information on as well? Think about
Credible
that.
and well organized.
And well organized as well.
Very important.
There's a reason why
organize it.
There's a reason why Kemi can go on GPT and type in this thing about a 13-year-old and like look at the keywords she used. 13-year-old, but youth banking. You already know that when you're thinking about Nigeria, you're going to come up with Alert Explore. And of course, Alert Explore team have done a wonderful job as well on the back end of ensuring that there's enough information, well organized, credible information on credible sources and different sites that AI and GEO searches will pull from. So think about that.
So just to touch on what you said about websites, your websites feed the answers that AI are presenting to users, to customers. So I think, again, I feel like I've mentioned this before, but it's also very important. It doesn't have to be a full-blown website. You can have a one-pager, but just have something that actually speaks to what your brand is about. It is very important. I know that even with a lot of Nigerian vendors that I've come across, they don't have websites. It's always just, oh, there's a WhatsApp link or something. I understand that, but I think it's very important to invest in creating a website. You can go on Namecheap, you can go on Shopify.
You can come to TF.
And we would help you set all that up. But then it's also just important that you have all that information. You know what your brand is about. You know how you want to define it. What problem it is that you are trying to solve. I don't think that's something that you should rush through because everything that is fed into this whole GEO system is gotten from your website. So essentially, your website feeds AI and then users go on AI, look for the information. And if you have organized that properly, if you have explained everything properly, it then feeds it to customers, and then you have, you're increasing your brand visibility that way as well. So I think it's a very important thing. So come to TF and we'll help you sort out your website.
Exactly. And just in our closing thoughts to really drive this home, I'd love to present an analogy that we've come up with just to help you really understand this better. And think of SEO as like a billboard and GEO is word of mouth.
I like that.
Billboards are all about placement. They are big. They are open. You are fighting. They're in your face. You are fighting for that positioning. You're hoping that other people outside will notice you. Whereas word of mouth is different. It's not just seen. It is a recommendation.
Exactly.
It is Kemi coming to tell me that Kemi that I trust, Kemi that is clear, Kemi that is consistent, coming to tell me something. So who would I pick, the billboard or Kemi, who I know?
Pick Kemi.
Y'all pick Kemi. I'll pick Kemi. So that's basically how to think about it, guys. And thank you very much for watching this episode. We'll see you at the next one.
Bye, guys.